Hey guys, welcome back to the biggest agricultural platform in Namibia known as Nduna Wengombe, which means headman of cattle. My name, of course, Mitchell Mutumba Simata, aka the headman of cattle. So today, I want to speak about when to wean beef calves. I think this is an important topic as we are about to enter a dry season, as they're telling us we might be experiencing a prolonged dry season. We might experience a drought. So people need to know when to remove the calves from their mothers. So let's get into this information. As you guys know, I got my trusted notebook here with my not so flattering handwriting, as one person told me. Let's get into this. When to wean beef calves. A calf should be weaned at the correct time so that they achieve optimal weight and their dams can conceive again as soon as possible. The main aim of beef production is to produce as many calves as possible. If you wean your calves properly, your cows should be able to calve every year. A calf should be weaned when it is 7 to 8 months old, but the exact time of weaning should depend on the condition of the cow, not the age of the calf. If you wean a calf before the cow's condition score falls below 2.5, the cow is likely to maintain a condition. Winter feed has to be adequate. However, if possible, wean the calf before the cow's condition score falls below 3.0. During times of drought and poor feed supply, wean the calves early, about 6 months, to enable the cow to recover before winter. It is important for the cow to recover properly before her next calf is born. In the eastern part of the country, a cow born during spring can be weaned early in May at the age of 7 to 8 months. In the western part of the country, a calf can be weaned late in May or early June at 7 to 8 months. As the breeding season tends to be later in these regions, this information is based on South Africa. I do not think it can be applicable to Namibia, but it could. It could mean that because I think wet winter rainy seasons, summer rainy seasons, some places get winter rains and so forth. Early weaning. Early weaning should only be considered during a severe drought or feed shortage. As calves weaned at relatively young age, less than 5 months, will not develop properly. If the conditions of the cow deteriorates before the planned weaning time, you must decide whether to wean early and supply concentrate to the calf or provide roughage supplement to the cow, which will still be suckling the calf. The cost of feeding an early weaned calf is relatively high, as it will be fed mainly concentrates. You should therefore supply these concentrates only during condition. How to wean a calf. Number 1. Keep the calves in well-fenced camps and remove the cows to distant camps, preferably out of earshot of the calves, so they don't hear each other. So those who big farms can do this, but those were small farms like myself, I used to struggle with weaning. Hey, the cows used to break fences. Remove the cows temporarily from a camp and in their absence, move the calves to another distant camp. Cows tend to look for their calves in the camps which they were last seen, and this method should prevent the cow from breaking out of camps. Exchange the calves from two different herds. The calves will then have the company of cows. Some cross-suckling is likely to occur. So what you can do is you can exchange calves from two different herds or two different calls. So the calves will not suckle because it's not their moms. But sometimes you get some cows which are very generous and would allow any calf to suckle on her. 4. Separate the cows and calves by a strong fence with closely spaced wire. This method can reduce weaning stress. 5. Nose plate can be fitted to calves for 7 to 14 days. They prevent suckling, even if cows and calves remain together throughout the weaning period. Once you remove the nose plate, You will be able to separate the cow and calves with relevantly little stress. General tips: castrate, dehorn, and brand the calves when they are 2 to 3 months old, not just before weaning. This will ensure that the stress of this operation does not add to the stress of weaning. Keep few dry cows with the weaners to help them stay calm. Provide plenty of good quality roughage, water, and shade in the weaning camps to prevent excessive walking and trampling. The camp should not be too large. The weaning process should last at least a week or two, depending on the age of the calves and the breed of cows. So the age of calves and the age of breeding cows. So that's information on how to wean calves. I know it's very easy when you are running on a farm, commercial farm. But if you're in a communal area and you are fortunate enough to probably have two separate crawls, you can do cross calving, as to take calves from crawl number A and calves from crawl number one and crawl number two and cross them. Sometimes this minimizes because these cows are normal with their mothers, this one's aren't with their mothers, so they might not suckle. But you do get rare cases where you get a very generous cow that will allow even a calf that isn't hers to suckle from it. So this is one way. Or you can get the nose ring or the nose plate. I know I had the nose rings and I used to experience problems with them because my calves, even with the nose ring on, would somehow figure out how to suckle. They would tilt their head and suckle like this. It was quite shocking. Another thing you can do is if you're on a commercial farm or you're in an area where you're allowed to build a camp, you can build camps very far from your kraal. And as long as they don't see each other, they can't hear each other, you'd have relatively ease of winning them. If they can see each other, and what if they are close and they can see each other, maybe reduce the fence spacing as to prevent them from being able to crawl out and make the fence strong because the mothers will try to break the fence. So once you can do these things, you'll be good. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to say. Bye for now.